Or what a person they told on that, put him on the line. Papa would say my little bro was at the show, the boy, you know what I'm saying? A motherfucker on the payroll, if a shooting go down, this what a motherfucker gonna do, man. John Anderson say OG Gangster always speak the truth. I ain't got no reason to lie. If a motherfucker was out there doing what they say that them motherfuckers was doing, I damn sure wouldn't be sitting here defending them, homie. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be sitting here defending them. You know, 600 mad because Big U passed on video. And he know he got video. You know?
Hey, man, all these Santana niggas is here be talking about I got fake paperwork. Nigga, you out your motherfucking mind, nigga. That's real paperwork from a federal court building, nigga. Your big homie's a rat, nigga. Dead homies. Something just came to my mind overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Hey, if a dude is yelling out, you know, I'm good in my hood and all that, and you a documented rat, that just means you from a buster ass hood, bro. That just means niggas you fuck with is busters. Simple. That's not a good thing.
When situations like this come up, the responsibility really falls on the public to slow down and actually examine the facts instead of immediately jumping to conclusions. Paperwork gets passed around the internet every day, and sometimes it's legitimate court documentation, while other times it's altered, incomplete, or completely fabricated. In a situation involving someone like Baby Gangster, who has built a reputation in the streets of Compton over decades, the stakes are much higher because a person's entire legacy and credibility can be affected by what people believe to be true. That's why it's important for people to do their own research. Look at where the paperwork came from, whether it came from verified court records, and whether the context of the situation is being accurately represented. Baby Gangster has long been known as someone who carried himself with a certain level of respect in the Compton streets, and he's been associated with respected figures from the older generation, such as Turtle, Rockhead, and Rebo. When a person has been around that long and maintained relationships with respected OGs, it usually means they've conducted themselves in a way that the neighborhood recognizes as solid. That type of reputation doesn't happen overnight. It's built through years of consistency, loyalty, and staying by the code that the streets operate under. Because of that, younger individuals often look up to someone like him as a G homie, meaning he has influence and a voice in the neighborhood about what's acceptable behavior and what crosses the line. Influence in the streets is one of the most powerful things a person can have. When someone has a reputation for being solid and never snitching or doing anything unethical, their word tends to carry weight. Younger people listen to them. Conflicts can sometimes be mediated through them, and their presence alone can shape how situations play out in the community. That kind of influence isn't just about fear or status, it's about trust. People trust that the individual stands on certain principles and won't fold when pressure is applied. However, the flip side of that same influence is that a person's name is everything. Once allegations start circulating that someone may have told or violated the code, it can quickly damage the respect they spent years building. In street culture, reputation is currency. When that reputation is questioned, it doesn't just affect how people look at you, it can affect alliances, relationships, and even safety. People who once stood beside you might begin to distance themselves simply to protect their own name. That's why situations like this can be so serious. If the paperwork turns out to be fraudulent, then spreading it around could unfairly tarnish someone who built their name over decades. But if it were ever proven to be legitimate, the consequences in terms of respect and credibility would be massive, because the expectations placed on someone with that level of influence are extremely high. At the end of the day, the lesson here is that reputation is something that takes years to build, but can be damaged in a moment. Whether someone is in the streets, in business, or in any other field, once your name starts being associated with dishonor or betrayal, it's very difficult to recover from that. That's why people who value their reputation understand that every decision they make has long-term consequences. Protecting your name and your integrity is often the most valuable thing a person can have.